All right, you guys, we're back with another episode of Video Couch with your host, Lita. All right, you guys, we want to go ahead and continue talking about discussing the book, How Does Your Garden Grow? And we talked about the seeds, we talked about the tools, we talked about our stumbling blocks, and we talked about the various gardeners that we can become. Now let's talk about the garden itself. Now, when we're talking about the garden, we have to understand that this is very, very important. I say this word all the time because it is very important for us to understand this. Okay, this is where success begins and where it will end in the garden. Okay. Before we get started, let's go ahead and kind of review on some of the things that we talked about. When we talked about the tools, we said the tools were faith, self-esteem, confidence, and perseverance. When we discussed the seeds were true to yourself, positivity, trust, empowerment, and knowledge. And then when we talked about our stumbling blocks, we said low self-esteem, shortcomings, family and friends, men, and you. We discussed the you part was the various types of gardeners. We talked about the needy gardener, the messy gardener, the lazy gardener, and the doormat gardener. And I know all those sound negative, but that's what we're dealing with. To take out the negative, we first have to deal with the negative. And to me, that's very, very important. Now, as we said in the beginning, your garden deserves love, caring, and cultivating. It is up to you to find a place, within you to start your garden using the right tools. Know what the seeds you want to grow, avoid the stumbling blocks, and know what type of gardener you truly want to be. Now, at the beginning, I said that you were the foundation, which really is not true. You're not the foundation because that's the soil. So you can't be the foundation if you find yourself falling into one of these categories as a gardener. So I can't say that. So that's something I'm going to have to reword or rewrite as far as saying that you are the soil. You're not the soil. So now we're talking about how do we get started and how do we maintain this roller coaster or this train of success. Or, as I said, the growing of the garden to get to the success that we want. Let me say this. It's not going to be easy. And that is why you need to make sure you're using your tools in the seeds, because those all are going to be very, very important, and they're going to play a vital part in you becoming successful. This garden should mean the world to you, and it should be part of your journey. Your garden has to be unique, and you will have to know what you want in it and how you want to grow it, what type of plants and what type of flowers or what type of greenery you want. And those are all metaphorically. Okay. Let your garden have its own personality. Make it unique, like I said. And we understand that this can be very scary on your journey to success when we're dealing with the garden. Sometimes we're never prepared to accept whatever it is that we have to do. So we have to get our mindset to that sense. What you do with your success is truly up to you. Some use it to move up the ladder. Some use theirs to help others. Whatever you do with it, make sure it has a positive impact on others in some way or another. Always give back, because somewhere down the road, someone has helped you. You remember that and give back or pay it forward. Never keep all you learn to yourself. Always share. You'd be surprised of who is willing to learn from you. A little knowledge can go a long way. Now just imagine what a lot of knowledge will do. Never allow someone to put a damper on your dreams or put a limitation to what you can do. The sky is the limit. Never say what you can't do, and steer clear of people who are not like you. Some people might not want to see you succeed. You have to know if you have to know if it's worth you following your dreams. Remember, if it doesn't work out, you can always try something different. There is no crime in starting over. We get the impression that if I fail, then it's no need to do it again. I say, get up, shake off the dirt, get back to work. This is what it's going to take to grow that garden. As your garden grows, know that there will be a lot of pruning to do. You want to be prepared for the negative things and situations that will continue to pop up. Let your garden grow as big as you know how to maintain it. You will need a lot of time. As I said before, it will take a lot of hard work. All your hard work will truly pay off. I guarantee. Every time you make a move to work in your garden, make sure you have your mind prepared for the task. Each seed you sow is an option for you to be a success. Remember your tools: faith, self-esteem, confidence, and perseverance. You will definitely need faith to ensure that all you do will be something worth working for. Your self-esteem needs to be high. This will be very important. Self-esteem gives you the ability to step out and make things happen for you. Confidence you have to have because it lets you know that you can do it, not holding back, and maybe going that extra mile. This also will pay off. Perseverance is determination, not giving up no matter what. This will result in having anything you want in your life. I believe in all those tools, and I try to use them as much as possible to make my garden a success. Life is so full of adventures that you should never be bored when it comes to allowing all the good things to happen to you. Your life is a one-shot deal, so stop being afraid of living it. Every decision you make might not be a good one. Live and learn from it. That's why the seeds you choose can be very rewarding. Being true to yourself, never allowing you to fool you. Live in reality, not in fantasy land. Know what reality looks like, what it smells like, and what it lives like. You will need positivity to pay attention to all the things that surround you. Believe it or not, you can turn a lot of things that are negative positive by setting small goals to make changes that will lead to your success. Trust yourself that you can make a difference that will lead you to that garden that you love to grow. Empowerment can truly be a seed that can give the authority and opportunity to make your life meaningful. I understand that every woman isn't ready to be successful. So if you're not ready to take on that task, then wait till you are. In the meantime, use your knowledge to learn everything you can to know what the task to be success, what it takes to be a success. Always know that knowledge is power, and power is knowing what it will show you on your journey. Know your limits and know that you can be limitless to the ideals of opportunities that will come your way once you know what it is that you want in your life. This is about you. Make you the most important subject so when it comes to your success, only you can change the path from going nowhere to somewhere. You are the beginning and the end of what you want out of your life. You are life, and life is you. Stop, look, and listen to your success. It's not the end that will be your destiny, it's your beginning. Now, where would you like to begin? You may start right where you are. Yeah, you might say you can't start now, but believe it or not, you can. If you always want to go back to school, then do it. First, do your homework and make sure you have your ducks in a row. I know that might sound easier said than done, but women in dire situations or circumstances do it all the time. There are scholarships that are out there, and you have to do your homework, research, and research. If you don't own a computer, go to your nearest library. There is so much information there right at your fingertips. They will even teach you how to use the computer. You have no excuses. It's about you and what you want. Talk to colleges. Ask if they have any programs that can assist you in going back to school. Tuition is no longer cheap by any means. So the more you put it off, the more it will cost you. Start a goal journal. In this journal, you write in it everything that you do, everything that you want to do to accomplish your goal. Say you want to start your own business, you need to start up money. You don't have to go out and borrow it from anyone. You can do it yourself. Save your money. Buy your equipment piece by piece. Take courses that won't cost you that much. When business seminars come to town, go see what they have to offer. If you have a small business association in your town, visit it. They are full of information. And now with the internet so prevalent and the websites are out there, there's information, endless information on how to do a business, how to get it set up, how to even find funding if that's what you're looking for. But a lot of things, and even the types of businesses you want to start, all this information is right there for you. There's no excuse. There's no one should have an excuse on why they can't do it. If you can't read or don't understand anything, the libraries are open. You guys, when you don't take vital participation in the libraries, they close the doors. And not only are you missing out, so are your children. You guys, it's very important that we use our libraries. It's very, very important that we do that. Now, another thing, I'm not going to go deep into this because I've already gone through the book, and we've talked about everything. And I just want to go to the pledge. And what I did was I thought a pledge was very, very important to put in this book. And I want you guys to really, really kind of listen to what I'm saying. And if you feel the need to want to rewatch this and listen again, please feel free. But at the end of this episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pledge up so you can see it. Now, the pledge says, and I'm going to challenge you with this pledge. The pledge says, I, Salida McCall, have decided to take on my dreams and live my life to the fullest. I pledge not to allow anybody or anything to deter me from my path of success. I also pledge to use the following tools: faith, self-esteem, confidence, and perseverance, to plant the seeds true to myself, positivity, trust, empowerment, and knowledge, and to avoid the stumbling blocks, low self-esteem, shortcomings, friends and family, men, and myself. I will no longer accept the fact that I may be one of the four gardeners, knowing that they are not a positive attribute of my better self. I will commit my heart, body, and soul to the total happiness of myself. Now, if you think that after reciting this pledge, you have obligated yourself to yourself, then you are right. You have to take a stand and take back you. Rescue yourself from bondage, from the everyday humdrum life that you pretend to love. Dig deep inside and pull out the real you. Shed not only the pounds, but shed the bleakness that keeps you from being the real you. I would like to be your cheerleader to show you how great your potential can be. Stop, look, and listen to your inner self. Don't do this for me. Do this for you. You deserve this. If you never deserve anything else, lift your head up and smile when you look in the mirror. You love yourself even if the past you had a hard time believing it. Love is a very strong word. So, you know it has to be serious. It's hard for us to love ourselves because we've had difficulties accepting who we are. Our secret desires to be successful has to be put on the back burner because we are always trying to live a life that is so unreal. I ask you, what is it that you really want to be or do? I want you to understand how important for you to be in tune with yourself. Knowing you and what you want is just half of the battle. Do not be afraid to take that step to begin your journey. I would like for you to take all the necessary steps to make you a new person. If it means a change in your attitude, wardrobe, makeup, hairdo, then do it. Your attitude can make you famous in some circles, and it can enhance the way others see you. You might have a great wardrobe, but it doesn't fit your attitude. Don't get me wrong. Changing everything, it sometimes won't help if you're not serious about the concept of change. Think about your garden. Wouldn't you like to dress the part? When you have all the flowers growing in all their beauty and glory, wouldn't you like to invite your friends over for a big garden party? All right, you guys. That was the end, or wow, yeah. That is the end of How Does Your Garden Grow? Now, you guys, you can find this on lulu.com because I think that's where I have it at. You can go to lulu.com and find this. I'm not for sure if I still have it in print. I know that sounds crazy because I wrote this so long ago, and I actually was trying to take it out of print so that I can revise it because it definitely needs to be revised. But I can check on that. But it is on lulu.com where I wrote majority of my inspirational type books, and I see I need to do it again, huh? Well, you guys, this has been Video Couch. You guys, we're going to return, and when we come back on our next episode, I want to definitely talk about a vision board because I think that's very important that we do that. So, on our next episode, we'll talk about a vision board, and we'll actually put one together. How would you like that? All right, you guys, this is Video Couch, and I am your host, Salita, and I say bye-bye.